All right, we're back with Alan Wake 2. So shit went down in the last segment of the game. And it, I mean, since I've been at work, I can't for the life of me think of how I had forgotten about Robert Nightingale. He was actually a pretty prominent character in the first Alan Wake. He was this FBI guy who was like he had it out for Alan Wake. He was like on a witch hunt for this guy. Um, and I think during the events of Alan Wake 1, he had already gotten fired from the FBI, but he had used like all the resources he had to track down Alan Wake. And he was convinced like he was like this murderer or something. I forget like all the details around him, but he was pursuing Alan Wake for like the whole game. And then I think, like I said in one of the earlier videos, he ends up in the holding cells of the Bright Falls PD, and then the Dark Presence gets him. Um, so anyway, he's like our current objective, and he fucking came back from the dead, dude. Uh, um, his heart got cut out in the intro of this game, which was wild, and it's pretty clear that he's one of the shadow creatures from Alan Wake 1. But uh, Saga Anderson and Alex Casey, if he's even a real person, jury's still out on that one, are seeing this thing for the first time. So.
He didn't have a heart, but he still got up. The page predicted all of it. It helped me fight him.
He just disappeared? What the hell is going on here?
We need to figure that out if we're gonna do anything about it. Somehow we need to make sense of this.
Okay. So yeah, Nightingale was here on an autopsy table, and we had pulled like a manuscript page out of his chest cavity that had been written by Alan Wake, and it's given like us our first kind of objective that comes from one of those pages. Like so far, it's been talking about events we've already seen, and now we finally have a page that's kind of telling us what to do, and we allegedly have to go pursue Nightingale. Um, I might have grabbed all this stuff before I stopped playing last time, but I'll just grab this again.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult. A ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster.
Yeah.
Right before things got crazy, Sheriff Breaker just vanished.
Maybe the sheriff knew more than he was letting on.
He seemed anxious, like he dreaded what was coming. One more mystery. There's no rational explanation to what we just saw.
I'd love to blame this on mass hallucination caused by inhaling volcanic gas, but we both know that's bullshit. This was supernatural.
Well, I'm glad you were the one to say it. Now we can figure out a way forward. The victim of a ritualistic murder turns into a monster. Is there a connection?
Looks to me like the cult of the tree is performing rituals to create monsters.
Maybe. We need to start with learning this cult's goal. Their purpose.
Okay. So we also haven't seen Alan Wake at all yet. I think we're still kind of like getting our bearings in this game. And last we left off with Alan, he had sat down in the dark place to start writing a new story, and the new story was called Return, and that's the manuscript pages we're finding so far, I think. I think I did all this before I stopped playing the other night, but we'll go through this.
The autopsy room was a mess, like a bomb had gone off. Nightingale hunted Saga. Didn't see her under the light, lurched past her. The Taken could not see into bright light. The light hurt them, hurt the darkness in them, made them vulnerable. I flick the switch, it goes click. Show me the clicker, lights are off, but somebody's home. Hemingway brought you here, witch. Get out of my house, Nightingale shouted. A wave of terror crashed through Saga's head. The awful truth. Nightingale had no heart in his chest, but here he was, killing a monster. The world had lurched out of balance. You found yourself trapped on the far side of the mirror.
So those like nonsense phrases that Nightingale was saying, the voice effects, like I can't stress enough how impressed I am by the audio direction in this game. And you really need to play this game with like a good like 3D surround sound headset or something, because it's fucking incredible so far. But the voice they gave him is like so demonic. I love it. I fucking love it. And it's very similar to the hiss from Control. Kind of the same style of like nonsense phrases.
Saga was back at Cauldron Lake. He was there too. Nightingale was, but wasn't a Taken, a creature of darkness. He was beyond her reach, where some other strange reality, the dark place, merged with ours. This place and the dark place, a tarp thrown over top, drowning everything beneath it, a flood of darkness, soaking into everything, spoiling it, rotting it. The page called this area an overlap. Saga had to pursue Nightingale into the overlap. Finding a way in would be difficult, required precise steps, a ritual. Saga would learn how. Stop the monster before he killed again. Her job. He'd be inside, waiting for her.
All right. Okay, did it save that I collected another one of these? Oh, you can't interact with that right now. Interesting. And these two characters, the Bookers, they were in the intro, because I rewatched it the other day when I was editing videos. And they did see everything. They saw Nightingale crawl out of the lake, and they were like, what the fuck? And they saw him get murdered. Oh, interesting. Wait, how did I interact with the whiskey here? That was weird. Anyway. Still don't have enough for that. Okay, I'm not gonna worry about that. And speaking of audio direction, this song, Follow You Into the Dark, this is an absolute fucking banger, dude. The music so far is very good. Okay. Let's go put all our stuff on the wall again. I think I did this already and it just didn't save, so.
A dead man turned into a monster. Light as a way to fight him. Pages predicting the future. There's no rational explanation. This is the case we must solve.
Nightingale attacked us. A corpse attacked us. I used his sensitivity to light to fight him off, but he got away. I need to hunt him down and figure out what the fuck is going on here. Okay. Need to find out what this overlap is. Which I'm assuming is some kind of like pocket of the dark place that's like bleeding out into the real dimension. Alright.
The cult of the tree is behind these murders. This case just became much more complicated. I'll need to start a new file. But it's my first cult case. Exciting.
So, Nightingale is the only character among these people who we know from the first game. I don't recognize these other three. And now we got Cult of the Tree. Alright. So there's text tattooed on the bodies. We found a manuscript inside this guy's chest. Oops. This is under... here. And rewatching the intro again, the dude who was cutting up Nightingale was wearing this necklace. I did notice that. Let's zoom out here.
Nope.
You have to like... Okay, hold on. What are my cards anyway? What kind of cult? Cult symbols. Cult psychology. Who's involved? Cult ritual, what is it? Okay. So Nightingale is the only victim who became a monster so far.
Keep trying.
There we go. Okay. Eventually I'll get good at this case file thing. Alright, we are done in here. Alright.
The page places Nightingale back at Cauldron Lake. Calls him a Taken. We need to head over there, stop him, before anyone else gets hurt.
Okay.
We heard gunshots. Y'all okay?
Did you get spooked by the bodies?
Sheriff Breaker disappeared. Nightingale turned into some sort of a monster, and there are offices down. You two handle things here. We need to get back to Cauldron Lake immediately.
Fuck me. That's terrible. We'll do what we can, man.
It's interesting that they just automatically believe me. Like, we're standing in front of a dead cop. We're the only ones in here. And these guys aren't immediately like, okay, hold on a second. You guys are new to the town. Now our cops down here are dead. We heard gunshots. Like, you would think they would come to some kind of conclusion, but it may also be a result of Alan Wake like writing this purposefully to make them do this. And that's kind of a question with every event that happens in this
That's
game,
crazy,
kind of.
right, Thornton? Nightingale's heart was missing. How could he do anything? He's dead.
Well, yeah, right. Well, that's all crazy talk. Monsters aren't real, and what do you mean the sheriff disappeared? Like poof? He's gone like magic? Magic's not real. Magic's not real. Right, Mulligan?
No, Thornton. Monsters aren't real, and magic's definitely not real.
I knew that.
All right, let's go. Can you go this way yet? No.
They're a fine pair.
Checking if there's anything new. Okay, these guys left.
Hey, how you doing? My client has been held here long enough. Are you gonna let me speak to them or not?
Just a moment, ma'am. Someone will be right with you.
I guess we get out of here.
Nightingale and his cult are dangerous. We need to be prepared in case things escalate more than they already have. Can you call it in, KC?
Smart choice, Anderson. Yeah, Agent Casey here. Yeah. We need backup. The Bright Falls case. Whoever you can spare. ASAP. Think we'll actually find Nightingale at the lake?
The pages haven't been wrong yet.
We can't assume the person writing these pages isn't playing us.
I agree. But it's our best lead.
Mayor Setter.
Mayor Setter won't roll over on the issues.
There's an election going on, apparently.
I'm gonna take a quick look around. Meet you back at the car.
See you in a bit.
Okay. Damn, Alex Casey just fucking took off. Okay, I never did go this way towards like the mascots that were dancing around. Come get percolated. Coffee World.
How about that weather forecast for Deerfest? I've been working on this float for a month straight. If it rains, I am gonna lose it. It'll ruin all the paper mache. That shit is delicate.
I'm sure we'll get a nice sunny day.
Oh, so now you're a a weatherman? Did you hear something? Over by the sheriff's station?
Nope.
It better not have anything to do with Deerfest. They need to keep their messes out of my festival.
So it's like Coffee World versus Deerfest or something? Town rivalry? Okay, here's the diner. What's going on down here? Staying alive is the coolest fashion statement. Okay. Go in the diner real quick.
We're going to a cool guy's house to drink some brewskis. Are you coming? No, Ilmo. I'm very busy wearing a turtleneck and drinking wine. Like an asshole. Oh dear, I know what Jaakko needs. I'm a beer to the rescue. Bring out your inner Wolverine with a beer. Wow, this is the best party ever. Thanks, Almabeer. Almabeer is a traditional Finnish lager, and we drink it the Finnish way. At the bar while actively avoiding small talk with strangers. Getting blackout drunk on a boat during midsummer and trying not to drown. In the sauna, using your beer can to hide your pippeli from wandering eyes. Partaking in the Finnish tradition of kalsarikännit, drinking at home alone in your underwear with no intentions of going out. It's not sad if it's intentional. Almabeer, your Finnish drinking adventure starts here.
The fucking explosion, dude. These are the best ones yet. Like, Threshold Kids was just fucking weird.
Some more new folks in town, I see.
And the Night Springs episodes were also weird. They're like Twilight Zone type of shit. But these are, like, fucking great. I love these. I want to find all of them. Okay, that's still the same thing.
Good to see you.
Okay, the Bookers are gone.
Good to see you.
Can't talk to you anymore. Alright, story time. Let's go meet up with Casey.
Enjoy your day.
Did you check out the town, Anderson?
Just getting my bearings. Ready to go?
Waiting on you.
Okay.
Rinse and repeat. Clock out, get a beat.
Can leave now. Yeah, it's pretty much done here. Alright, let's go.
I need to come clean, Anderson. I know why Nightingale was here 13 years ago. He was chasing a writer, Alan Wake.
Tammy mentioned him. She's writing a book on his disappearance.
You know the detective character from his books, Alex Casey.
Yeah, I've heard the jokes at the office. Cold case Casey. Murder case Casey. Sorry.
Haha. It's the same name, similar job. It's the first thing anyone thinks of. It annoyed me, but that was it. Then, 10 years ago, I started getting strange letters in the mail. Fragments of prose describing murders. You've heard the stories about what happened in New York. Some of it, at least. Bodies started to pile up. It was a murder cult. Turns out the fragments sent to me were from the crime books of Alan Wake. The cult was copycatting the murders from the books. In their heads, they were performing a ritual to bring Wake back. Their imagined prophet. After that case, I started looking into Wake's disappearance on the side.
And you thought this case might be connected to him? His name does keep popping up.
I just wanted you to have all the facts.
Next time, give them to me before we find ourselves in the middle of a horror story. The page says Nightingale's in something called an overlap. Need to figure out exactly what that means.
I'm happy I'm not in charge of this mess.
Thanks. Let's start looking for Nightingale where he was killed. Great. This area is supposed to be close to the public.
Oh, I got my... use my gun now. Okay. It's a motorcycle too? Who the hell's out here? Okay. Track Nightingale. Okay. What's new on here? Okay. I guess they don't go away till you play them. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, just making sure the notifications are gone. Okay, let's go.
The writer of these pages knows what will happen. Because they're behind this, or because they can see what's coming. Impossible things are happening here. A world operating on different rules. I need to understand this strange logic. To see the clues. To solve the case.
Okay. Man, this map is like goofy. Okay. Let's go up here real quick. Okay, it just leads back here. Man. So it's like sunset, I'm guessing. And yet again, dude, the lighting in this game is... Look at this. God damn. Trying to get like a front view of Saga, but I guess you can't, but... This is so good. This could quite possibly be the most graphically impressive game I've seen on PS5 so
I've been
far.
thinking more about the cult of the tree. What sort of cult refers to themselves as a cult?
In my experience, they don't.
We're not seeing the full picture yet.
Hey, hello there. How are you folks doing?
Those restricted area signs don't do a damn thing, huh?
Hello, Saga Anderson. Are you two supposed to be here?
I'm Ilmo Koskela. Fantastic to meet you. And yes, Stephen here hired me to show him through the woods. He's in town on important government business, fixing this impressive piece of hardware.
I work for the FBC, ma'am. I'm authorized to be here.
And I bet you two are here about that murder. Nasty stuff. How's it going?
Dude, I'm freaking out. The FBC, the Federal Bureau of Control, dude. Sick. Also, this is the guy from those goofy ass videos. Oh, I'm so excited to talk to these
How
guys.
did you hear about the murder, Ilmo? Do you know anything that could help us?
People tend to tell me things. The Koskela brothers are kind of a household name around here. Speaking of, if you're looking for some fun, stop by Watery. Just down the road from Bright Falls, there's our Coffee World amusement park. There's sauna ja vihta. And we offer a variety of guided tours, hunting, fishing, hiking, whatever strikes your fancy. You name it, we probably got it.
Alright.
What is this thing?
It's just a monitoring station, ma'am. The Federal Bureau of Control checks volcanic activity and air toxicity levels. No need to worry, though. It's mostly for research purposes.
That's one gorgeous weather saga. Looks Nordic. I bet a family member made it.
Yeah, Federal Bureau of Control? Come
Stephen,
on.
we're investigating a murder that occurred nearby. What can you tell me about your bureau?
Nothing that isn't classified, I'm afraid. But I don't know anything about a murder. Operations here are run by a different department. I'm just here to make some repairs. The wiring on this thing frays every couple months.
Yep, that's the raccoons. They grow real big here with teeth like you wouldn't believe. Can't know right through a garbage can.
Okay, I guess I am nerding out right now, because I'm sure this is just some, like, lowly fucking repair guy. He doesn't know shit. But the Federal Bureau of Control is, like, here, dude. I'm so hyped.
My mother made this sweater for me. How do you know?
I knew it. My mom used to knit those sweaters for me and my brother. Watery, my hometown, was founded by Finnish immigrants. So between your name and the sweater, I figured your family might be from Finland too. Suomi, Finland. Pulla, Karjalan piirakka.
Close. My mom's family is from Sweden originally. I don't know much about them beyond that. The sweater is just something to remember her by. Okay, we're done for now.
Okay, done with these guys. What is this monitoring station, huh?
What'd you find there, Stephen?
Nothing. Just something that shouldn't be here. Raccoons my ass.
Plot thickens, dude. Okay, what do we got? Let's snoop around. Alright. Also, I'm trying to look at the logo. Like, that's, yeah, Federal Bureau of Control, confidential access restricted. Okay, just regular chatter. Alright, maintenance note. Clear signs of tampering. Signal was rerouted into a transmitter that is not one of ours. I fixed it so any alerts will come our way, but it's definitely concerning. I'll make a report for the investigations department. Oh shit. Leaving this here in case I'm not the next person to fix these things. If you're reading this, check for tampering. We may want to put more secure metal casing around the whole thing so that the raccoons, quote unquote, can't get to it anymore. Stephen Lynn, Chief Technician. Oh, this is so cool. FBC is here, dude. Oh, that's the logo, dude. That's it. They're here. Saga Anderson doesn't know the context for this organization, but I do. Hell yeah. Is this new? I already checked this thing, didn't I? Yeah, I already got this. Okay. Okay, we done with these guys? Alright. It's like a satellite... Damn, what is this fucking thing? Interesting.
Let's get to the murder site, Casey. A lot of things about this case keep bothering me. But one thing feels really off. Breaker's disappearance. I don't get the feeling Nightingale was responsible.
He was about to give you more of those pages. Something didn't want us to have them? Or was protecting him from Nightingale? Spontaneous combustion? I don't know. Not the kind of disappearance we normally solve.
Man, it's getting dark fast. Okay.
Our crime scene's drowning. I never minded rain. Feels like home.
No sign of Nightingale. But the page did place him at Cauldron Lake, in an overlap. So how do we follow him there?
Maybe something around here will tell us.
We've seen this symbol before.
Good eye.
Okay. Got dialogue with you. Okay.
Monsters? Overlaps? Rituals? What do you make of all of this?
The killers are usually the ones performing the ritual, not the detective. Acting out their sick fantasy. They may be trying to get you involved, forcing you into their twisted world.
But with dead men coming alive, the word ritual starts to have more weight behind it. We need to look around. Learn what this ritual is. After we find Nightingale, what then? I've never arrested a monster.
I've watched you arrest plenty of monsters, Anderson.
You know what I mean. Monsters. Light worked against him at the morgue. That might be the only way to stop him from hurting anyone else.
Okay.
Bare feet. Nightingale. I'll see where these footprints lead. Can you comb through the crime scene one more time, KC? Just in case?
On it. If anything comes up, I'll radio you.
They're like distorted. That's so cool. So I did see the gameplay preview, and I know what happens here. If it even happens yet. Okay. Later then. Also, like, the way the light adjusts when you get over here.
Hey, Casey. What's the Forest's favorite shape?
Please, Anderson. Just one case without the
A triangle.
I don't get it.
Yes, you do.
Cheesy jokes. Okay, where am I? I think I've lost the footsteps too. Let's go back. Here we go.
The tracks lead into the water. Where'd he go from here? I can feel something. A presence. Nightingale isn't far. What is that? Seems like it's reacting to the light. These aren't the same tracks that were here before. They're headed into the tree, not out of it. My flashlight burned the dark stuff away. It was covering another...
The fuse was in place. Saga stepped into the witch's hut. Inside, a bright light. There were objects that stood out to Saga, as if the light had manifested them.
The witch's hut. Okay. I trust the pages to lead me to the overlap.
Oh, I just noticed in the bottom corner my flashlight has a meter. Okay. Let's read this. I think I read this already. Yeah, I read this already. I forget where the hut is.
This is the witch's hut.
Anderson, thought I saw something in the woods. Probably just a deer, but I'm gonna check it out.
Okay. I found another page. Following up on a lead. Keep checking in.
Roger.
The page described the hut being lit and mentioned a fuse. Box is missing a fuse. I need to find one to turn on the lights. This fuse is busted.
Okay, already read this. I guess I came here earlier than I was meant to.
This one looks good. People should really stop littering, though.
The break room is a place where you can save your progress. Oh. We got some pastries here that weren't there before.
Another page. Making progress.
The image of the witch in the sign. Saga addressed the witch. The smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign.
What in the fuck? Alright, I guess this is like a safe room, so let's okay, let's read these.
The fuse was in place. She found it among the junk in the forest. Saga stepped inside the witch's hut. Something rushed through her. A presence. Familiar. She couldn't quite place it. Something long forgotten. She tried to hold on to it, but it was already gone. Inside, a bright light. Saga felt safe, like nothing could hurt her here. There were objects that stood out to Saga as if the light had manifested them, pulled them from the darkness. A shift in reality, heavy with hidden meanings. A coffee thermos, a shoebox, a mop and a bucket, a poster on the wall, and in the cabinet, another manuscript page.
Okay. I'll read that in a second. Hold on. So we said a poster on the wall. I don't see one. He's lying. Anyway, this is like fresh coffee. Hell yeah. Okay. Alright.
Witch's ladle, towering over Saga, watching her and the witch. The image of the witch in the sign, Nightingale's heart, a cold, dead lump in her hand. Her definition of sanity had changed since she arrived in this town. But she trusted the pages, was forced to. Saga addressed the witch. She squinted to read the first part of the ritual words, the smudged line on the heart. The second part recited from memory, the words she had read on the page. I brought you the heart, witch. Show me the terror. Saga pushed the heart through the hole in the sign. This was the key. The tree was the threshold.
Threshold. Getting back to control again. Also, what else did I notice a minute ago? Yeah, it said she trusted the page, was forced to, because Alan Wake wrote that she trusted it. Like, I'm not in control of, like, anything. Alright. We got new profiling, apparently.
I know Nightingale is somewhere around Cauldron Lake.
The tree was a threshold. This place and the dark place. You're in over your head. Next stop, Caldera Street Station.
The threshold. Like a doorway. Leading to Nightingale. It's somehow connected to a tree. Witch's ladle?
Yeah, that's right, because that symbol was below the body. Cult goal.
Okay.
Okay.
Don't need to go over all this again.
Okay.
The page from the witch's hut seems to be describing some kind of ritual. Nightingale's heart disappeared from the morgue. Where is it now? To get into the overlap, I need to find Nightingale's heart. Read the line imprinted on it, plus the line on the page to the witch's ladle sign. Then push the heart through the hole in the sign.
And there you have it. Everything's laid out for me. Because Alan Wake wrote it to be so. Alright. That's a good stopping point for now. I'll go ahead and end this video here, and then we'll pick this back up and see if we can do this ritual. So I'll see you guys there.